Nate Pearson?
I was about to say, another guy I like is Nate Pearson. So I remember Dan Schulman telling me, he's like, wait till you see Nate Pearson. This guy's unbelievable. 6'6", 250. 28th overall pick by the Jays, the number 6 overall prospect on MLB.com. He's the top prospect in the Jays system. He's got an 80 grade fastball. That's right. It's a 20 to 80 scale. His is as good as it gets according to MLB.com. Al, what do you like about Pearson?
Well, look, I mean, the fact that you just alluded to the 80 fastball. I mean, this is the first thing that you look at it. Big dude, 6'6", first rounder, as you say. How are you not impressed with a nice, clean delivery for the most part, and he's coming at you? The issue here is a guy that knows he's got a great fastball, which he does. I mean, he's coming at you. He's starting to sprinkle some more changeups, but it's primarily this right here. But I did a breakdown earlier, or last year in August. When you got a guy that really gets after it and throws it, and he does, watch his head, Case. And I don't know about hitting because you got to see the ball. Not that you have to keep your head on the target the whole time, but when you yank your head off target, I just thought it was unusual. It also reminded me that when he gets into his big league career, he's not going to think that every time he throws it, he's got to throw it as hard as he can. That was actually a breaking ball, because that's what happens when you kind of overthrow. And again, this was a breakdown I did last year. But if you look at these guys, look at that ball release. And I tried to get as many guys that had good command and knew, a good ability to manipulate the ball. But you look at where Nate's head is, right at ball release. Hendricks, Kluber, Porcello, Greinke. You see what I'm doing there. Look at their head and eyes, guys. So the more he learns with that, stays within himself and all of that, I don't want to take away from a guy like this, a young kid who really gets after it, and we know he can throw over 100 miles an hour, but that's just a little fine minutia where you kind of sprinkle it in to not make him all of a sudden think he's got to be playing darts. He's only going to get better.
Yeah, there's no question. And speaking of, let's bring him in right now. Nate Pearson.
There we go.
Pleasure to bring him in right now.
Were you watching that?
Yeah.
I was taking notes. That's what I was doing.
You're all right, big man.
Nate, there's a reason why, like I said, Toronto, everybody's excited to see what you can do. I want to start with the velo, okay? Everything in the game today is about power. We showed the scouting grade 20 to 80. You're at an 80 when it comes to the great fastballs in the game. Just a simple question. How can you throw it that fast?
I try to take care of my body the best I can, and we got a really good strength and conditioning staff here with Toronto, and I kind of just let them write my program and just trust the process, and they take care of me pretty well.
Nate, hey man, it's Sean Casey. This is a fun time to be part of this organization. We see all the young prospects, you guys, and I mean now they're big leaguers with Biggio and Vlad and Bo and all those guys. But you're right in that mix as a guy that can be at the top of the rotation. What excites you about the next couple of years here with the Blue Jays?
Man, I think we're only going to get better each year. I mean, we got a taste of the postseason, and we got young guys just like you said with Bo and Vlad and Kevin. And I think we're just going to keep getting better each year. And with more experience, we're just going to keep getting better. And it's going to be a lot of fun the next couple of years.
Nate, I'm curious, and I actually just did the breakdown there with your delivery and your effort. But when you get into a season, and I did it for several years, after the year, no matter how many innings, no matter what, the good, bad, or indifferent, what did you take away from last year? And now as you start working for next spring training, what are you looking to improve on?
I learned a lot this year. I learned, obviously, you can't just throw it right down the middle. But I felt like a little bit last year I tried to be too fine and try to paint corners too much rather than really just attacking the zone. And after I came back from my injury, I really just took that to heart and just tried to attack guys. And it really worked out for me. So that's what I'm trying to carry over into this offseason and really just work on command and throwing strikes and see where I come in at in spring training. Very exciting.
Nate, we just saw Mark Shapiro sign a 5-year deal, and I know that he has a big part in the player development of you guys developing as players. Can you talk a little bit about the stability of having Mark there for 5 more years and also Ross Atkins and what they've meant to you as a player so far coming up?
Yeah, those guys are the best. They're definitely, it starts with them and it trickles down through the organization. They set the tone, they set the principles, and we're all just following them. They make the moves, they make our team better. And they have shown that. They made a bunch of moves at the trade deadline this past year, and it definitely showed getting us to the postseason. So I think a 5-year extension is very nice for Mark, and I think we're just going to keep getting better, just like I said.
Toronto's primary airport, Nate, is Pearson International, which is named after Lester B. Pearson. But I can talk Canadian trivia another time. But
he can.
Yeah. Which teammate do you think you could most dupe into telling they named the airport after me or my family?
Oh, that's pretty tough. Probably Anthony K.
Anthony's going to be texting you here in about 5 minutes.
Give him a little shout out. He's one of my good buddies on the team. He's really good too.
As far as, like I said, the camaraderie right now around this team, I mean, are you aware of just how much we are talking with the Blue Jays all the time, saying, oh, they're on him, they're on him? Like, can you feel the buzz around Toronto right now?
Yeah, we see all the stuff on social media about who's coming to visit the complex and trade rumors and all that, and it's exciting. I hope some of the stuff comes true and we just keep getting better. But I try not to dive too much into it because we don't know exactly what's going to happen, and kind of let Mark and Ross kind of make those decisions, and we just show up ready to compete with whoever's on the team.
Hey, Nate, not only Toronto for Adnan, but he'll tell you the best breakfast in Dunedin. That's his second home, right? Adnan?
Absolutely. And listen, be good to that Toronto media, okay? Dan Shulman, Arash Madeh, they're all good guys, okay? I'm not just stumping for them. All right, Nate Pearson, great job, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Nate.
Good luck.
Thanks for having me on, guys.